Yeah. All right. Make my funky pee fall. I want my funk uncut. I want to party with the pee funk. Don't want my funk stepped on. Make mine, baby. Make my funky pee funk. Don't want my stuff stepped on. How y'all doing? Hi, Ashley Walker. Juicy Marable. Erica J. Moderator. Dane the Dane. Scorpion Woman. LaKendra. LaSparkle Covington. Everybody, hello. 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 It's me. I know y'all waiting for me all night long. Maybe I should have just waited till tonight. Hey, people. Listen, the people's talking about the story about Tamar Braxton and Funky DINEVA on this morning. Okay, here's what happened. About a week ago, I'm sure most of you are aware of it. You're aware of at least one of these people. A week ago, Tamar Braxton came on showing us that she was at a party for Funky DINEVA's birthday, right? She was at the party. People were raving and, oh, Tamar, because he's kicking in with celebrities for his birthday. Right? And we saw DINEVA in that video and we saw Tamar in that video. They were at the same party. Well, the next day, the following day, Tamar came on and put a post on saying that wait a minute. First, she called him. Tamar called Funky DINEVA the next morning asking for the phone number of Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is a some kind of oral surgeon or dentist. Tamar said that she had lost 4 teeth. Now, I don't know how you're going to lose 4 back teeth. They would have to be front teeth. And if they want to call Dr. Heavenly in emergency, then they're probably veneers. Someone knocked her veneers off was implied, but not specifically stated that she had somebody had knocked her teeth out. She had fallen down the steps. She was drunk. She fell somewhere on the way home or whatever. But we know that they were at the party together. They came back to Tamar's house. Funky DINEVA expressed that he did not go up into her house, and she went up and went to bed, apparently. Next morning, she woke up. She said she woke up in a puddle of blood. She was missing 4 teeth, and her nose was broken. Well, that's a pretty fast recovery to begin with. To have your nose broken and the next day you got a normal nose. But as far as the update, now well, she wasn't expressive about how she got these teeth knocked out and how she broke her nose and how she woke up in a puddle of blood. She said someone woke her up. At first, it wasn't even clear if the blood belonged to the other person or her. But apparently, she said it belongs to her, right? So on yesterday, Funky DINEVA makes an appearance, and he's saying now he's making a big deal out of he had nothing to do with her broken nose or her missing teeth. Now, maybe I'm dense or I'm too old to understand things, but I don't remember anything about her statement saying that he had punched her out or that he had pushed her down the steps or that Funky DINEVA had anything to do with it other than he was at the same party as her. But Funky DINEVA saying that she had been flooded with a deluge of comments about her involvement. Now, I don't know if these people are both stunt queens, right? Because I don't know what the connection was where she was saying that he had done something to her. And he's saying now that she has to come out and deny that he had anything to do with it. He says he made a statement I don't know what happened to the lady, which sounds like it's true. If he got dropped off at her house where his car was parked, he left the car they were driving in, I assume it was an Uber, and then got in his own car and went home. How would he know what happened after she crossed her threshold? Correct? Seems like a simple enough thing. He had very little to do with any of this story, but he was offended because he had so many people commenting. You got to stay out of these damn comments. If you're going to be a celebrity, even an internet celebrity, you got to stay out of these damn comments, honey. So the comments have rattled her because people are saying, "What did you do to Tamar? Ooh, what did you put that same? Did you put that same lick on her? You were gonna get to Tasha K. You said you were gonna knock Tasha K out, right? Did you knock Tamar?" All these kind of comments will come, right? But he said that Tamar should have came and told them freaks that I had nothing to do with it. Well, you didn't have nothing to do with it, honey. I don't think Tamar was indicating that at all. So now he's saying that he's going to expose Tamar. He kind of played in our faces. That's why I put them both under the heading of stunt queens, because he said he going to tell us. He going to tell us the tea. He going to tell us the tea. And he walked us through the whole video. And at the end, he said, "No, I ain't going to do it. No, I ain't going to." See, y'all playing with this now, right? You're playing in our face, because why would you be coming on here, logging on, talking about how you gonna tell the truth, how you gonna spill the tea? Oh, I'm gonna ruin you and all this old bullshit, Gerald. And then you get to the end and say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it." So you want to prolong this because, as you said, Funky DINEVA on yesterday, that I'm gonna get this money too. So you want to stretch it out a week because y'all know I get offended by these people always talking about money and stuff like that. But in his case, because of what his numbers are and the amount of views he gets, it actually is. He does actually get money for these things, right? He'll get 30, 40,000 for every video he makes, sometimes in excess of 100,000 views. Well, that does turn into a coin, right? Anyway, so he's saying now the hints that he gave us is this was all a publicity stunt. It was at all to promote her new movie. And what do they call it? A PL? I don't even know what a PL is. Is that the same thing as an LP? An album? Because sometimes they call it a PL and sometimes they call it an album. So I guess I'm just a few years behind. But let's just say an album and a movie are coming out. And this was to promote it. So he says, he also indicates that she called him and now she wanted for him to stop his negative tour. Let's see what he calls his video. I'm not gonna play that stuff over there. Funky didn't even discuss Tamar Braxton's PR stunt. Okay, so he puts up a video calling it a PR stunt. Funky didn't even calls out Tamar Braxton for using him to promote her newest project. Okay, so a lot of people are talking about this today. I won't bore you with the details and so forth, but he's saying that this was all fake. There's nothing wrong with her mouth. Her nose was not broken and repaired in one night. She's still able to appear on the camera. Usually, if you get your nose broken, that means both your eyes go black. They got to fix your nose and get it back right. You know, people who've had nose jobs, and she certainly would know about that. But her teeth seem fine. Her nose seems fine. Correct. He's saying that was all a stunt. Nothing happened to Tamar Braxton. And he wanted her to correct the situation. So now he's giving her a warning. If you don't come and tell, I had nothing. You had nothing to do with what, Funky DINEVA? She never said you had anything to do with it. She never accused you of punching her. Right? This would be something you have to work out with your audiences, honey. And I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with her. So I would call you both stunt queens. So nothing wrong with Tamar Braxton. You can expect her project. Same thing I was saying about this Lil Nas X. Whenever these celebrities have all these dramatic incidents, you have to always look for, is there a project being released in the next 2 weeks? My guess, same thing with the kid, with Lil Nas X. He'll be announcing his project any day now. Correct? Now, because his project got out of hand and he ended up in jail and he ended up apparently assaulting a police officer and all that old shit, child, all that was born out of, I believe, the publicity stunt, the initial publicity stunt, right? Because there's nothing illegal about walking down the street in your, let's say, get your traffic ticket in your underwear. When you go to the beach, everybody is in their underwear, right? It's not, as long as your personals are covered, there's nothing illegal about that. But apparently that escalated into now all the draws is off, and now you're resisting. I don't buy a lot of that resisting police bullshit, right? I know how they are. If they want to get you with a charge, they'll make it you resisted police. Even though your hand just went up when they were putting the handcuffs on, they'll call that resisting, right? We ain't got no pictures of him running up on no police officer or swinging at no police officer or trying to cause no police officer bodily harm. All we have is their word. Anyway, the point is all this stunt shit, child. How y'all doing? Y'all have an opinion? How y'all doing today? Hey, moderators, Kitten Heels and Erica J, TLC and 3. How y'all doing? So that thing came to a head real quick. But I don't know why DINEVA's over here playing with us, telling us she's going to give us the tea and she knows more and this is going to ruin her and all this kind of stuff, child. And then get to the end of the video and say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Tamar, you've been put on warning or whatever the fuck. She's supposed to, come and make it plain. Make it right, Tamar. Make it right. This all reeks of bullshit to me. Correct, because you do know each other. You are both in show business, girl. And as you say, Funky DINEVA, you all gonna get paid. You would think you guys are making enough money on your own just by covering your stories that you wouldn't have to stoop to these stunts, right? Tim, listen up. And you to all the chat. Listen up to the chat. Okay, let me go see what chat said. I've been accused many times of not seeing what's in the chat. Okay, see, I see a lot of hellos and heys. Listen up to all the chat. Let's see what you say. Let me see. Oh, yes, I'm ready for a good read. I'm not reading the children today. I'm not reading either one. I think they're both stuck queens, at least in this instance. So, I mean, how else do you get publicity? You have a beef. Where's the beef? Well, it's right here, honey. You start a beef, you can get a lot more publicity than just one stunt, right? So, let me see. Not the Isley brothers. Let me see. Let me down. I love you. I love you, girl. Oh, you're all I need. Oh, yes, you are. Don't play with me. Oh, I love you. I'm ready for Funky to spill the tea. Why don't you string us along? I'm gonna tell the tea. I'm about to tell the tea. I'm about to tell the tea. Oh, Tamar. Oh, you've been warned. You've been warned. All you got to say is he tells her what to say and all this kind of stuff. But it starts a conversation, people. Just like I am talking about this story right now. Well, there are several others. There basically all the people who cover, at least it's the ones that I'm aware of, that cover entertainment news, Black entertainment news, and so forth. They're all talking about this story. And this is how you create what is called a buzz. Correct? It's a buzz. So it's all publicity. We don't know who knows what, who done made phone calls in the dead of the night. We don't know anything. But for him to dissolve their friendship simply because she was seen at a party with him, and then the next day she said her teeth was knocked out. She never implied that he knocked her teeth out. He was not even in her house, right? So he's attaching himself to the story, and I think in maybe an unfair way. She really was at a party, right? It really was your birthday, correct? You really did dance at the party. None of that is made up. But we know Miss Tamar Braxton to be a stunt queen. I never particularly liked her. She exposed her personality at with that Braxton family values thing. She exposed the Braxtons. She exposed too much of herself. Where I would never take someone like that seriously, no matter what they say. You know, Lil Nas X is the same thing. He's done so many stunts, and he seems to delight in the creativity of creating stunts that it's hard to take you either one of you seriously, right? Now, X, they're charging him with 4 felonies now. That really did, because a lot of times these cops now, they will take offense at you using them for your Hollywood stunts, right? So I don't know how they're going to tie that down. They went from 1 felony, they went from a misdemeanor to a felony, and now they got 4 felonies. Are they going to really make an example of him? It could go sour. I'm just saying, honey. I'm just saying, because the whole idea with him, I know I'm mixing up things here, but the whole thing with him is, why did he go out in his panties at 4 o'clock in the morning? Well, we knew nobody's going to be on the street at 4 o'clock in the morning. If you're going to do a photo stunt, wouldn't that be the perfect time to do it when there weren't people around, right? Them tidy whities was perfectly white too, honey. Them sparkling white. You were sure them panties were going to be photo ready. And did you have the white boots on? I think they showed him just prior to the incident with I don't remember those white boots standing out though in the incident when he was in the hotel, and then he started just taking stuff off. Now we don't know if he was doing drugs or if he was half drunk, or we don't know all the details of that story. I imagine he would go into court, but now he's got to show up for court. He's got to pay attorneys. He's got to go through a whole lot of shit behind that little stunt, honey. Right? You should have got a permit. I think that's the way it works. If you want to do one of these stunts, you get a permit from the city, honey, and they block off the street, and you pay the city, and then you do your stunt. You don't be out there fighting with them. They keep telling me to read the comments. I kind of read the comments. That's you again, Bonito. What's in the comments? Oh, yes, I'm ready for a good read. Hey, people just saying hello and recognizing that they identified the Isleys. Am I singing? I just love it here. You sing, it puts my smile on my face. Oh, I say, oh, he can't sing at all, girl. It make me laugh, girl. Welcome everyone in the chat. Okay, that's the moderators. We got 4 moderators here. You ready for Funky to spill the tea? Okay, he said now he promised he done threatened her. She got to come and apologize, make it known that he didn't have anything to do with what happened to her. Apparently he's taking offense because she's showing this clip now of this project. This movie is coming out, right? And they're using a part of wherever he appeared in the movie. So he in his mind, it appears that he is involved in this in some kind of way. Since he was at the party and he's in the film clip, that attaches him to the story, like he knew what was going on. Who gives a shit? Nobody cares about that. You're attaching yourself to the story, Funky DINEVA. Now you say you're gonna make a whole week out of it. I believe that's what he intimated. At 30,000 views per video on average. Tim, read a comment. I'm reading. God damn it, I'm reading them. I got a text. Trump just joined TikTok. Trump. Did y'all see that pitiful ass display on Trump? He had all them damn people. These are grown, accomplished people who have made careers for themselves, people who are senators and they're congressmen, and they're on his staff, and all these people all go around, each one of them telling how wonderful he is. What a disgusting display. Right? Oh, since you came into office, Mr. Trump, no one's ever seen anything like, using his words, even, child. They got no self-respect left, girl. They're all bowed down, kissing their ass. This is gonna make a great movie at some point, honey. A comedy. So no, I haven't checked on the Trump story for today. There will be one for every day. On the 17th of September, no one will have TikTok. Oh, he's still after TikTok. No, which one was the one that he threatened to ban from the United States? Was that TikTok? Ended up taking over TikTok. They can follow all pages and videos. Okay. No, read about Trump, Tim. Oh, no, read about Trump. We have to go and see what's going on with him. He's a whole separate, that's a whole separate read, honey. he needs a program all by himself. That was so pitiful. I almost wanted to cry for them people. They got to show that to their children. Daddy, why you keep giving him compliments, Dad? Why do you have to give him compliments? I thought you were a senator. Everybody got to bow down and worship Baal. She's trolling. Ma, check Bonita. Okay, she's trolling. Ma, check Bonita. Okay, he is on now. Who is on now? Trump, baby. Trump is always on. If you're talking about Donald Trump, he's always on, honey. You don't. It don't take a whole lot to get you a Trump story, honey. Who on here has TikTok? It's all about TikTok. So I've never been to TikTok, so I don't know anything about it. Maybe that's why I didn't grab my interest. But is Bonita? You seem to be familiar with this story. TikTok is the Asian-owned one, right? That they wanted to run out of the country. Is that it? They had to pay him so much money and give the government an interest. Now he's trying to get government interest in private businesses. No, why does the United States government need that even? Right? He wants to control every goddamn thing. He wants to control everybody's business. When he starts putting all these tariffs on everything, that means he's controlling every business who does a retail business in the United States. He's determined. When you're talking about you going in there and you're going to take 30% out of this one, 40% out of this one, you've just taken all of their profit. Now they've got to reorganize their business so they can still turn a profit. And at least they not only pay their employees, but they want to turn a profit. That's why they're in business. What is his interest? Like America, we have money here already by paying taxes, idiot. Oh, we need the great bomb. We're going to put missiles on top of the White House to go with the gold ballrooms. Look at the beautiful room that I made. Look at that office looks horrible, this thing. All that gold shit is unnecessary, girl. When you are the most important building in the United States, you don't need to put all that gold shit all over the place. The ceiling's covered in gold. The floors are covered in gold. The furniture's all gold. All this junk you got all over the place. Now they all got to come to line up to bring you new gold gifts. Oh, look at this, Donald Trump. Well, we brought you from the Ozark. And everybody got to give you something gold. Oh, I made it so beautiful. I mean, when do you have time for interior decorating, girl? You're the president. All you do is play golf and decorate shit. I'm signing. I'm taking over Chicago next. Don't bring your ass in Chicago with that bullshit, honey. You're going to cause riots here. And for what? Shit, why do we have police? Don't they have a job? I'll be known as the one who cleared up. I cleared up Chicago. I cleared up Los Angeles. I cleared up Washington, D.C. I ran the niggas away. I ran them away into their huts, and then I closed down their slums. Look what I did. Right, you did that in a month. So what happens after the month is over, Donald Trump? Do you show them pictures of what you did? Trying to tell you, wake up, Trump supporters. Trying to tell you, wake up, Trump supporters. Them motherfuckers. Oh, Lord. I don't think those kind of people can be convinced of anything. When you go into a religious cult, them people's down there letting the pastors fuck their daughters and all this crazy ass shit, y'all, drinking goddamn juice to kill themselves, like in Guyana. Those people can't. They're not going to. They're not capable of learning. They don't want to learn. They just want to be on the Republican side. They just chosen a side. Donald Trump. And when Donald Trump gives his little speeches and all, it's mostly just a comedy show. It's just him going on there insulting people and so forth. I don't think that he ever deserved to be the president. He's never done anything for civil service, right? He's never done anything to help anybody in his lifetime. All he ever did was collect money, and that's what he's doing right now in the White House. And so people want to say, well, goddamn, Donald Trump, if you collecting all these trillions, you talking about trillions and trillions and all these damn tariffs and shit you got trillions from that. What are you doing with it if you're coming over here and taking away all the services that we use tax monies for? What are you doing with all this money? You were calling Jesse a supporter. Back to Tamar, please. Jesse said he been listening to Donald Trump, child, for 10 solid years. 10 solid years. One statement more bizarre, strange, and self-serving than the other. He wants to hear about Miss Tamar Braxton and the stunt she's pulling, child. Will she get the kind of publicity that she's looking for? Or will she sabotage those people, like just like in the fairy tale, the boy who cried wolf, right? If you have told so many stories and made up so many stunts, will people still want to watch you? Right? This is why I cannot stomach looking at Donald Trump. He's lied too many times. It's been thousands of lies, child. And you just don't want to look at him anymore. You don't want to hear anything he has to say. The world's at war. Let's get it from somebody else. We don't want to hear it from him. Tired of Trump's ass. Well, he's a separate program. I only weigh 150 pounds. But when they calling you fat now? Wait a minute. He called me Thais. I am not 600 pounds. Thais is only 400 pounds. You shouldn't be insulting that brother. You give him an extra 200 pounds. I'm not 400 pounds. I'm 399. I'm 390. I see that one has done made his expansive video concerning me on yesterday. I guess it's become private now. At some point in the middle, he said, "Oh, I said a bad word. Oh, I got to make it private now. Oh, I said a bad word." You don't want to expose to everyone, girl, what kind of a person you actually are, Thais Jackson, right? Because you know when you start running your mouth, girl, you can't control your mouth, and it exposes what kind of a horrible human being you actually are. So at some point inside of you, some point in your life, you know that this will not go over well. You know the things that I'm doing are mean. You know the things that I say are unnecessary. You know that I'm constantly attacking people for no reason. Correct? And that's why you try to hide your sin, Miss Thing. Confess your sin. That big bag, 40,000 pounds. Oh my goodness, child. The Thais that swallowed New York City. Oh, y'all arguing. But apparently some people really watch these chats and take them very seriously. Funky DINEVA is devastated by the things y'all saying. He's saying that y'all saying that he punched Tamar in the face. She never said that. I don't know where the hell that even came from, child. I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't do well, girl. We never thought that you pulled around to the back of her building and snuck in the back door and went up there and beat her up or anything like that. That was never implied, right? Are you guys just starting a beef for us? And Funky Dineva, I gotta say it, man. That was a stunt today. When you told us all the way through the video, what was it, an hour? All the way through the video, how you about to expose her, how you gonna ruin her, how you gonna expose what really happened and all that. And then you get to the very end. No, I'm not gonna do it. Isn't that a stunt? Oh, Justin's here. Jabba the Hutt weighed a 1,300 kilograms. Woo! 2,994 pounds. Woo! I figured that is consistent across various Star Wars information. Oh, I thought he was only at 400 pounds. Lord have mercy. Thais said, fat jokes are out. Fat jokes are out. Tell that to them thighs, honey. Anyway, I'm sorry, Bonita and Jesse, but I can't deal with y'all today. Take 5-minute breather. The children fighting each other. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Let me see what's going on, honey. Let's see what the tea is. Mm-hmm.
Is it too much to get you to just say, damn? I mean, because y'all sat up and assassinated the shit out of my character over the weekend, when all in all, I'm just as clueless to the whole situation as y'all are. So over the weekend, after she said, I'm in the hospital, I said, you know what? Get well soon. I'm gonna do my best to enjoy.
He called to read her and she said, I'm in the hospital. Cut all the conversations off. Funky Dineva, you being at a party with Tamar Braxton has nothing to do with her waking up with a bloody face, a broken nose, and 4 missing teeth. We all accept that, honey. I don't know why you're attaching yourself to that. Or is it because your supporters or people in your chat have come after you? If they don't, you're right about one thing. If they don't like you, they don't like you. They're gonna spin it in a negative. They're gonna spin it negatively about you. But since you're still clocking the kind of numbers you're clocking, I wouldn't worry about it, honey. The story would be dead if y'all would let it dead, which implies that this also is a stunt. A beef with Tamar at this point is going to bring traction to both of your channels, correct? They're going to follow the beef. Where's the beef? They're going to follow the beef. So you're playing right into her hands, or you're both giggling at the same thing, right? How you doing, Nicole Reloaded? People, will y'all please give me a Cash App every once in a while? I haven't got a Cash App in months. You see those wonderful books displayed there with Nicole Reloaded? You can buy a book. That would help. Put your hands on a book that will help the solution. Yeah. Buy a book. La da 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 da. Buy a book. Li dee 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 dee. If you don't buy Math Monster, ain't nobody gonna give a good hoot about what you know, especially buy a book. Do you want one of your books made into a movie? Oh, yes. Well, several of them can be made into a movie, but I believe that my favorite, if I had to choose one, well, actually, there's 3 of them, different categories, but the Epiphany. You want to buy one Timothy Blaine book, you can go on Amazon, you can download it for $9.99. The Epiphany is an excellent book, in my opinion, just from all of the feedback that I got from that book. But yeah, if you want to read about, if you know, there's an issue about drugs and all that kind of stuff and deliverance and Myth Monster is really a spiritual book. It talks about the deliverance and how do you get from point A to point Z or how I got there, right? So if you want a serious memoir, or if you're curious about me, then that's a good book. Love and Gospel Music, that's a coming of age story. But the first part of the book is essentially my own life, right? My grandmother, that's a real character in the book. My mother, she has a smaller role in the book. There are certain characters. My sister became my brother, but by like chapter 3, then it becomes about all these characters now have their own lives. But yeah, it's good reading there. You're into reading. I know a lot of people still read books. We don't read like we used to. I read audiobooks, and unfortunately I read them as I'm going to bed. They put me to sleep every night. That doesn't mean the book is bad. It just means that's how I'm able to calm down without visuals to go to sleep. But I read every night, you know. A lot of women read a whole lot more than men. But if you are a reader, then try out a Timothy Blaine novel. Sure. Then there's a whole series about the beef sector. Murder in the Beef Sector. What's the name of the books? I forget. Murder in the Beef Sector, Deadly Wager, and there's another one in there. Who shot the caller? About the kind of things we go through on Beef Sector and possibilities of what things that could happen. That everyone's always threatening could happen, but they in the book, in the fiction, they actually do happen. Okay. I put my newest project down. It's about 2 months ago. I started scribbling on something else and got distracted. So now I'm praying that I can get back into that novel. It was 3/4 of the way through, but now I got to you see how my memory is. I got to familiarize myself with all of the backstories, all of the characters, everything. Yeah, I think, but writing them is even more important than reading them. Really, for me, I enjoy writing them just for the sake of writing. And you're a lot smarter on paper than you are speaking. I am. Let me see. Snapping my fingers, saying on the put them to sleep. I saw some of those posts as well. Which post did Justin see? Okay. Not the tomato. What did Justin throw in tomatoes at people? Buy a book. Yes. Go over there to you know what? The worst thing that I do though, self-promotion is the worst. That's why I have such a hard time begging, asking for money and stuff like that. Self-promotion, promoting my own products. I'm just terrible at that. And I don't trust any of the ones who solicit me because they always want money. Right? Anytime you release a book, you get all these people. Oh, we think your project is one of the best projects we ever seen. We're like Donald Trump. No one ever seen anything like it. All that old shit, child. I said, listen, lady, we can make this shorter. Just tell me if your promotion of my book is going to cost me any money. Well, there will be the charges for. Okay, that's enough. I'm not interested. Thank you. I got that for every time I did it. Everybody wants $1, honey. Everybody wants to spend your money. Why can't they spend your money? I get into the tomato. Don't join in with that other one, Nikki B. Justin. So Justin, you gonna join in with Nikki B now? Every time you sing, you get a tomato. I don't care. I'm behind the screen, honey. Y'all can't get me, baby. Pretend you're Jay Wilson, so the begging will be easy. Oh, pretend I'm Jay Wilson, so the begging will be easier. Child, did y'all discover, was Jay Wilson, did he get Did that goddamn buzzer go off for what's it called? Grinder. Did it go off for real? Which I'm sure that y'all been paying attention to the beef sector. What happened? Did it go off, or he just come on making up more lies and deny? It was said that yesterday, Jay Wilson's on there running his mouth as usual, as he must do 3 or 4 times a day. He was on there running his mouth, and that damn bell went off again. That signifies him, someone trying to contact him at one of these sex sites. Now, is that true? Not that Mark would give a shit. That boy, that's his girlfriend, honey. Mark ain't got nothing to do with that boy's sex life. Mark is out there doing his own thing. It's his thing. Do what he want to do. Wilson can't tell him who to sock it to. If he wants to be a bottom, maybe he will. Believe me, women, it ain't no big deal. Honey, Mark's going out to the club. He having him a cocktail or two. He picking him a nice young piece. He don't give a goddamn. He glad that when Jay Wilson do get something, he can stop calling his house. Yeah, get you some if you can. Do it, yeah. Do it, baby. Do it, yeah. Nice and easy. Go ahead and please them. They got you hungry for the love. However that goes. Mark just needs a place to stay. Mark needs a place to stay. What it was said a couple months ago, the story was that he had lost his place, child. He had been evicted. Of course, Jay Wilson come back. Oh, he ain't lose his place. Oh, mate, he got his own hell. He got his own hell. Well, girl, you need to fire him. Because if at 6 years, he still got his own place. He got his own hell. If he still has his own house, that indicates that he does not want to be with you, Jay Wilson. You don't have all day, right? You in your you're damn near 60 years old. You don't have time to waste. If he's going to make a move, it's time for him to bust a move right now. Correct? You say, oh, he got his own hell. He got his own hell. Well, can he rent out his own hell? Or better yet, can he sell own hell? He has no desire to be with you, Jay Wilson. You're simply somebody to go to the amusement park with, honey, or we went to the movies. Ooh, we went to the movies. You're supposed to be waking up in each other's arms, Miss Thing. He's supposed to be going down there making you some toast and eggs, girl. That's love. What's love got to do with it? Got to do with what y'all doing, honey. Y'all's love is just a second-hand emotion. Hey, L. Edwards, you say Tamar's a stunt queen? It works for a few times, but just like they gave us the story, I mean, we learned a lot from when we were little kids. The story of the boy who cried wolf, right? You get away with it. This applies to you as well, Little Nas X. You think you're getting over, you got all this publicity and everybody's watching you and all that shit. But they're not going to keep on doing that. The next time you cry wolf, people are just going to turn the channel, which is where I am now. I mean, you lost me a long time ago with the Braxtons. With the Braxton family values, the family story was okay, but you were the weakest link, honey. Right? All that old bratty ass stuff. You obviously jealous of your sisters, girl. It was a mess. So I guess in her new movie, she even put her ex-husband in there. What was his name? DINEVA took offense to that as well. He didn't want to be in the trailer because he's tying it all together, like the busted nose and the broken teeth and all that kind of stuff. I guess Miss Lovely does good work because those teeth looks like the same teeth she had last week. Quick work too. You would think that DINEVA would at least know if his girlfriend, Miss Lovely, fixed her teeth or not. That should be pretty easy to find out, don't you think? Is that client-patient, doctor-patient confidentiality? She can't tell you if she replaced 4 teeth in this thing's mouth? Has anybody seen Tamar Braxton without the teeth? Was she wearing a mask from that point on? Correct? Why do you have to be so dramatic, girl? Why has it got to be 4 teeth? Why can somebody knock one of your teeth loose? Or you failed? I mean, it's kind of hard, even if you fall in your own house, girl, for all 4 of your teeth to get knocked out. I mean, you've had such extensive work, girl. We can only assume that they were veneers. Your veneers got. Now, can't you put some super glue on them suckers, girl? Have Miss Lovely get some super glue and glue them son of bitches back in. Mm-hmm. So Funky DINEVA say it was all fake. And he gonna tell us, he gonna tell us. He gets to the end of the video. Oh, I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna tell. I think you guys are playing. Now, if anything involves you in it, Funky DINEVA, it's gonna be that stunt. Nothing gets publicity like a good old beef. Anything else going on, people? Let me see. We got to do what we call check the perimeter for breaking news. Oh, it's a horrible incident, I understand. A horrible incident with those the Catholic school. Where was that? Minnesota. I think this is the first time it's happened at a Catholic school, right? Of course, we've had so many school shootings and so forth, but that story is breaking this morning. A Catholic school in Minnesota. They don't tell us how many people were hurt or killed. Apparently, some fool was outside of the school or outside of the mask. I guess they had masks in the chapel. I'm fuzzy on the details. And he was shooting through the windows. The place is surrounded by windows. And they went around and shot all these rounds at children, little kids. So it's going to be a horrible story once again in America. But does Trump dare say anything about the gun situation in America, where you have more guns than you have people, where a lot of these lunatics are children, they're kids themselves, right? They have access to guns in their family's house because their family has so many guns. Yet Europe, they're able to function without any. Police don't even have guns. Whatever. What can you say? It's a Catholic school. The story is happening today. Hopefully, most of those children were not hurt. Maybe he just hurt some. I don't know, because the shooter, like the coward that he is, went and killed himself. If these motherfuckers want to kill themselves, just kill yourself. Well, I mean, you're not going to see any of the evidence of what you've done. So why kill everybody else and then kill yourself? I mean, you should be able to stand the punishment. You're not withstanding any punishment. You blow your own goddamn brains out. Just shoot yourself. Shit. Do I want one of my books made to a movie was the question. That's where I left off at, right? Yeah, well, any of them could be made to a movie. The Meth Monster is definitely, I don't know if this book could be made into a movie, because my book is a spiritual book about my deliverance from drugs and alcohol and all the other issues it goes on into a person's life. But the actual story of the street life, I played a street life, boom, boom. Those are always interesting. That's why we're still to this day watching movies about gangster movies and heist movies. And if you go to Netflix, every damn movie got a murder in it somewhere. I mean, we don't like murder, except we like watching the mysteries of murders and so forth. So that one will probably be interesting. All my novel, my fiction, they have killings and things like that. So yeah, when they make a movie, they can just pull out a part of it, an aspect of the book, and not like you don't film the whole thing as a movie. Most movies are not like that. Yeah, any of them. It would be nice if one of them get made into a play or something like that. But like I said, I'm terrible at self-promotion, so all of them have told me they can make a movie out of all of my books. How much it gonna cost me, honey? Please. I like writing, honey. I'm not sure why I was put out. Y'all thought picking on Jesse. Why I was put out. I apologized twice, and her well, y'all had a little scuffle. Don't make a big thing, Jesse. You know you're welcome here, man. Everybody's well. They put y'all 5 minutes. They're just trying to calm your we leave all that up to the moderators, but they're just trying to calm your arguments and things. Don't take it personally, bro. I'm not like Chais. Oh, you fired. Block her. Block her. Say it right. Oh, sit down, don't say nothing. Sit down, don't say nothing. You just say what I tell you to say. You come here to learn. So we don't go through all that, honey. Right. Don't get that boy encouraged with them damn tomatoes. What, you want to hit me in the face with tomatoes just because you don't like my singing, Justin? As I keep trying to tell you, I am not singing. I am remembering songs. I very seriously doubt that I will ever be paid not one red nickel for my singing. Mm-hmm. Do you see what Trump and Republicans are trying to do to our beloved home state of it? They trying to get Indiana to do those election things as well. They want them to cheat. Indiana has always been a Republican state. So Trump is trying to get all the Republicans to cheat. I mean, just blatantly cheat in the elections so he won't lose power in Washington. I mean, at least the old politicians used to lie about their cheating, their scamming and swindling. He doesn't even try to hide it. And so now the Democrats, they have to try to fight back by jury-rigging their elections as well. And then we don't really have a government then. We just got a couple of egomaniacs in power. They're playing a political game. That's horrible. It's horrible what he's done to this country. And you know he's crazy. Everybody knows Donald Trump is crazy, honey. Whether they want to admit it or not. He is suffering cognitively. He thinks it's fine. Yeah, cheat. I'm getting Indiana to cheat too. Pitiful. At least if they had the midterms and the Democrats, that's usually what happens in politics since I've been watching it. When they go in with power, right? It's not unusual that Trump ended up with the Senate and then the Congress and all that. Same thing happened with Obama. Then when the midterms come, the other party, they get to balance the government. In other words, they can't get away with hardly anything. They can't do nothing. That's what needs to happen with Donald Trump. We need to stop his carnage. But he wants to keep his people in the Congress, his people in the Senate. He wants to maintain control so he can keep on doing these stunts that he's doing. Right? And he doesn't mind telling, since he's already a pathological liar, we already know it. He's already a sexual offender. We already know it. He already owes millions and millions and millions of dollars to all these people putting his hands all up under their dresses and stuff. We already know it. We already know he cheated in business. We already know that he inflated the cost of all of his buildings. And he's cheated and lied about everything he's done in his entire life. Correct? We already know that. So he don't give a fuck. Go ahead and cheat. Yes, we're going to cheat. Go ahead and send the military into our cities, honey. Look what I did. They just care about the results. Why do people in Indiana so concerned about what goes on in Chicago, girl? They ain't thinking about that bullshit. You making them think about it, right? You done convince them that the Mexicans are our enemies. Really? Why? How did that happen? I see my moment. Good morning, Miss Gonzalez. Hi, my friend. How you doing? I didn't ever know that woman was my enemy. I'm supposed to hate her. Her family. I'm glad her kids are going to college. I think it's great. Not here. Not here. Trump manufactured all that bullshit, child. And he got these people, these bored-ass people in the Midwest to get right along with him, honey. Oh, yeah. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing to us. Yeah, look what they're doing to us, nigga. You said those are black jobs? That was your initial plan before whoever in the White House had enough was bold enough to tell you, Trump, that's not a good look. Why are you calling these the black jobs? We know what you're up to, but just do it, right? I have not seen no black people will go from leave the jobs they currently have to go to be your maid. Correct? I don't see no droves of people running to these farms to pick cotton, tomatoes, oranges. No offense to the people who are doing that, right? I admire them. I admire immigrants. They come here, they know they're going to start at the bottom and they're going to work their way up. And they should be able to work their way up to citizenship. They should be able to work their way up to their kids doing better than they did, right? They should be able to become Americans like everybody else did. You got the old bully ass coming in here, girl. He wants to break it all up, take your house and throw it in the trash or something, child. You can't be here. And the way they treat the people, tackling them, you're tackling somebody's father right in front of their kids. Not a criminal. He is with Mark. He is with Mark. Child, please. You believe that shit? Well, it depends on what you call being with somebody, right? You could have a little boyfriend or a little fuck buddy. I don't think it's a fuck buddy because I don't think Marcus would want to fuck him. I can't imagine anybody want to fuck Jay Wilson, right? I mean, no offense, but it's not. I just don't see that as being the motivating factor. Sex with Jay Wilson. I think Mark is somebody that he met. He immediately started calling that his partner, correct? And maybe they hung out for 6 months playing around, going on a little date or whatever. But after that time, they're just friends. That's his girlfriend. They both seem to like going to amusement parks for some reason. Maybe there's not that much to do in San Antonio. I don't know what the motivation is, but all they ever seem to do to each other is go to the amusement park, child. Right? Anyway, that's not a partner. When you talk about a partner, and particularly a husband, he came on here, was it 3 years ago, talking about they go ahead and get married and all that, and kind of trick y'all into buying him a ring. So what happened? We're 3 years down the road, and still nothing has happened, Jay Wilson. Right? Lovers, do you think that the partnerships or lovers or husband and wife are not capable of owning other properties? I mean, it's kind of the point of having the partnership, right? So if he has a house, you keep saying, "Oh, that's why we ain't together because he has a house. He has a." Well, girl, the whole point, if you were together, your primary thing would be being together. Outside things would just be investments, correct? So he has a house. He has something prepared for his retirement, maybe, or they want to have other projects, girl. But you would still be together. There's no reason why you're calling somebody your partner, Miss Thing, for 6, 7 years. That's not your partner. At best, that's your boyfriend. That's all that is. Right? And Mark is getting other boyfriends. Girl, I know the gay life. No matter what he says. It took that nigga 50 years to get a boyfriend. That's pitiful. I got a boyfriend. Well, my first boyfriend, 19, but a girlfriend, I think, what was it, 13 or 14? Mommy, I got a girlfriend. I got a girlfriend. I got a boyfriend. Why you got a boyfriend? I got a boyfriend. Oh, he's just my friend, Mom. He's just my friend. Can Ronnie come over? That's all that kind of stuff, child. It's supposed to occur, when you're just discovering yourself, or as the Southern people say, when you're beginning to smell yourself, right? That occurs when you're very, very young. This nigga 50 years old, honey, he got him a boyfriend. Then he come over and telling us a story about how, they ain't never seen one. I seen one. I ain't like them. I seen one. I mean, I'm a bisexual. Then a couple, was it a month ago, 2 months ago, she come over here talking about the pussy that he saw. The pussy that he saw was on a man. In other words, the person was a transgender man. He lived as a man. Jay Wilson met him thinking he was a man, correct? He later found out that this person was a trans man, and this person at one point had been a woman. And that's what he's claiming to be his sexuality because the person hadn't had surgery, at least not yet. Correct? That's the pussy he's talking about on a man. Not a BF. Same sex loving partner. Same sex loving partner. I'm same gender loving. I hate that shit. Gotta have a different word, honey. When it comes time to fight for marriage equality, equal rights, all those times we're gonna be gay. So just be gay, honey. You're gay and you're black and you're a bald head bitch. All those things all together, girl. You ain't gotta come making up new words, honey. New events. Oh, I'm same gender loving. I'm saying a black man made same gender. You want to keep on being separate, but when you separate yourself so much, you become such a tiny ass minority that nobody gives a fuck. We need to fight together. Yes, you have that in common with other people in the world. I'm same gender loving. Oh, he's the same gender loving partner. Ooh. He never wanted Tracy. He never wanted Tracy. How you gonna determine who he wanted, honey? He put it in somebody, made a baby with him, right? Jay Wilson. I wonder if Jay Wilson is saying he might be transgender himself, honey. Because he showed us a picture at one point. He was in the gym. He was trying to show off his legs or some shit, child. And he had on these short pants. I mean, you could not have tucked. I don't know where he tucked it to. We were looking dead in between his legs, and there was nothing. There was nothing. There was the imprint of a pussy. Jay Wilson, how did you explain that one, honey? I'm just saying, it is a possibility that he was born female. There are a lot of people who look more masculine than Jay Wilson who are transgender. See, the female to male people can be extremely convincing. There are telltale signs with the women sometimes. Some people are just born transgender and you just can't easily tell. But as far as adults, many of those female to male people are extremely passing. So we don't know about Jay Wilson. We don't, because he lie about every goddamn thing. We don't know, and that might be why Mark is hesitant. Because Mark said he want him a man. Mark says, honey, I've already done that other thing. That wasn't what I wanted. I came out the closet, and now I want me a man. So if you out here, you know, so we don't know. I know when I look between that boy's legs, I had my magnifying, girl, I got a big old magnifying glass I got from Amazon, and it's got a light in the back of it. You can multiply multiple times. And I put that magnifying glass right on top of his pussy, honey. I said, I cannot see anything. Now explain that, Jay Wilson. Mm-hmm. It is non-existent. You can't please a man or a woman. But not with nothing. Justin, you have had sex with, Justin, you always telling your business. You have had sex with multiple F to M, female to male, but they all just look like female tomboys. No, that's not true. You got to go by your experience. I got to go by my experience. My church is LGBTQ. We have all different kinds of people in there, and I'm telling you, I've sat next to people for years and never knew. Not that I was looking at them in that way, but I just never know. It never occurred to me that they were anything other than what they appeared. That's what I base it on. And I live here in the Castro, so we have all kind of people here, right? And many times I found out about somebody that is transgender. I never knew that. I've been speaking to people for years. Mm-hmm. And but then there's some male to female. Some of these transgender children who they're trying to stop from having surgeries and so forth. Some of them, they look just like girls. that's definitely a hormone imbalance or something, girl, because they have all the appearance of little girls. Whatever. I don't want to get into that. People gonna start giving their testimony. Giving their testimony. I knew somebody back in 1976. How are you going to tell me my experience? No, your experience is true for you, Justin. My experience is true for me. Yes, there are a lot of trans people, but you know that's a process. So at first they look like girls, then they look like lesbians, or it may look like butches. They may look like butch for a while, but if they're continually on that path, because when you start taking hormones or what, you grow beards and everything, right? Man's face is covered half of was with a beard. You can remove breast, right? So whatever. When I say, I think it's cute that you have some girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever. You live in Georgia. You know what you're talking. Y'all done pissed off Justin. Timothy, why you say we pissed him off? Justin, calm down. You have your experiences, brother. You've had more experience than I have. I've never been with a trans person. This chat today is insane. They're crazy, girl. I have dated multiple studs. Oh, you like what's that one that like to date the studs? Flame Monroe. You like Flame Monroe, Justin. Flame Monroe. I love my studs. Honey, love who you want to love. Uh-huh. Love the one you're with. Don't be angry. Don't be sad. Don't sit crying. I talk about the good love you had. When there's a girl sitting right next to you, and she's just waiting for something to do, and the roll and the eagle flies with the dove. And if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you with. Oh, I keep forgetting that a lot of y'all are not old like me, and y'all don't know what the hell I'm singing about. You waiting for the tomato? Now he's down here putting music notes in the same. See, I mean, you don't know what Justin. It depends on what mood he's in. Wait a minute, Tim. You hear Jay and Vid talking about you? They talking about me today? Hush your mouth. When they talking about me, girl? I need some new content. When Tim, you hear Jay and Viv talking about you, I will certainly be looking into that. You know, those are my favorite subjects, honey. It's been going on for years. I just love when they talk about me, especially you, Vivian. You were talking about you came for me. You came for me. All the stars have been with pretty much had Brat look. That Brat look. Hopefully you know who that is. Wait a minute. All the stars I have been with pretty much had the Brat look. Oh, the Brat look, like the girl. Okay. Well, there's different people. You ain't fucked everybody, Justin. Right. Vivian doesn't need to be out there talking about anybody. Now y'all got to give Vivian some her props now. She done lost some pounds, baby. She got them titties. She got them more and more cleavage. She's feeling sexy, honey. She's what they call smelling herself. She took off a few. 401. The next bid on Jay Wilson. I don't know what her affection was with Jay Wilson, but she latched on to him, honey. No, Jabba's live last night is what needs to be read. Jabba's last night, that fool, he took it down. He always taking shit down, girl. Because he know he wrong. He know he wrong, honey. And then coming over here fucking with me is not something that he wants, right? He wants to present himself as being some kind of goddamn newscaster or some shit, right? Girl, I'll turn you into a beef sector plus. Believe me. Let it go. Think about another victim. TKO. Stars. I thought, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't pass my time. Girl, I was great. I'm checking my perimeter anyway. I'm checking for emerging stories, honey. Okay, so we all praying for the families of those people. You imagine the devastation? All these little Catholic kids. I mean, any kids. But when it happens in schools, and then the person doesn't even pay, they never get closure. The person then killed themselves. Why'd you just kill yourself? That's people who really don't believe in God. They want to leave the world with that on them. You just murdered children. I just can't imagine what kind of pain is going on in that city right now. Okay, police say 2 children. Okay. Well, I know we're not supposed to be happy about anybody being killed anywhere, especially not children. But it says police say 2 children were killed when a gunman opened fire at a Catholic school. Well, 2. I know it's not good news, but I'd rather it be 2 than being 20 or 30, like some of these things end up being. Oh, okay. So 2 children were killed. I wonder how many were hurt. We'll see. We have to follow the story. Not for commentary, just to follow the story, to know what's going on in this world. Shooting at multiple Catholic schools. It happened in Minneapolis. Okay, Aaliyah is covered. Okay, everybody's covering this Funky DINEVA and Tamar Braxton story. So we'll watch a little bit of that. Sometimes it's fun to get other people's takes on the same story. So we'll check that out. Thank y'all for coming in on today. I appreciate you. Jabba still has the videos up. They are just under membership. If they on the membership page, how much does that cost me? Membership. What's the other thing? Patreon on the page. Pay me in the morning. Pay me in the afternoon. Pay me in the evening, honey. Whatever. Thanks for coming in, people. Later.